Hi, I'm Jenna Fleming. Today, we're talking about how to see the need and meet the need with kids in middle childhood. That's those kids that are in the elementary years, approximately, give or take. And this is when children are developing more independence, but still need a strong connection with you. This idea that we're going to talk about today comes from trust-based relational intervention, or TBRI, and it helps us to understand that behavior is communication. So kids, even though your child is a little bit older and they have a lot of words, unlike when they were younger, they're still going to act out a lot of the things that they're feeling and thinking on the inside. And when we as parents and caregivers take time to see what's really going on with our kids and underneath our children's behavior, we can respond in ways that build trust, emotional regulation, and healthy relationships. So let's dig in. Why is this so important at this stage of middle childhood? Well, at this age, your child is learning about responsibility. They're learning about all how to navigate their social world, the social rules, and how to manage their emotions. But their brains are still developing and they don't always have the words or self-control to express what they're feeling. So instead, sometimes you'll see that your kids' needs are going to show up in their behavior. Maybe you might see them back talking to you. That's really frustrating. Or maybe they're having meltdowns, or they might shut down, slam the door, or even push limits. This can be really frustrating for parents. I get it. I'm a mom too, and I have definitely been pushed to the limit. But rather than reacting to just the behavior, I want to encourage you to pause and think. Ask yourself, what does my child need right now? This shifts our response from frustration to connection, helping your child learn about emotional regulation in a self-supportive way. So let's talk about how you can see the need for your child. So the first thing is to really think about what is the root cause. A child who refuses to do homework may not be lazy. Like maybe we're like, why are you so lazy? You never do this. I keep telling you this again and again and again. Your child might actually be feeling overwhelmed. They might be afraid of failure. They might not understand the assignment. They might not have some of the skills to keep themselves organized, or could just feel so big that they need that task broken down into smaller chunks. But really kind of figure out it's not just about what's going on. Why is this going on? The second tip I have is to really pay attention to patterns. Does your child get irritable after school? A lot of times, kids in elementary school, they poop out when they come home. A lot of kids hold it together during the day with their teacher, and then they just do not hold it together at home. So maybe your child needs a snack, or maybe they need some downtime to decompress before you start talking a lot about the day. But just notice, where are the patterns happening? Is, my child possibly needing some more sleep? It's right before bedtime, early in the morning, things like that. Third tip is to ask your child connection-based questions. Instead of saying to your child, why are you acting like this? Try something like, hey, I can see that you're upset. What's going on? When you show up in a way of noticing in a non-judgmental way how your child is feeling or what you suspect they might be feeling, and then you kind of dig in a connection-based way versus a critical way, it can really open up your child's heart and help to calm them and help you to understand what's underneath that behavior. So as we become more attuned, aware of what is the need my child has, now we move over to how do we meet that need, right? Your child is learning these skills of building emotional regulation, voicing their needs and all of that. So by seeing the need and meeting the need, you're not enabling your child, you're actually empowering them. So let's talk about meeting those needs. The first thing you can do as a parent is you can create a safe space for big emotions. When your child is overwhelmed, instead of saying something like, stop crying, knock it off, whatever, you can try, hey, I can see this is hard. I'm here to help. Or let's just go over here. Let's get some energy out outside. Maybe you notice that your child is needing to get out a little extra energy. You can bring them to a safe space for big emotions. The second tip I have is you can offer your child choices and a sense of control. Don't you just hate it when you don't have control over a situation, whether it's at work or at home or whatever? Nobody feels good when we don't have a lot of control. So your child often doesn't have a lot of choices and control when they're at school, or maybe things are going on with their friendships that you don't even know about. By giving your child control, it's helping them to feel more empowered. Kids this age are learning independence, and so when possible, you do want to give them choices. You could say something like, do you want to do your reading first or your math homework? You choose. Third thing you can do is you can guide problem solving together with your child. Instead of stepping in and immediately solving a problem for your child, you can ask them, hey, what do you think would help in this situation? This helps to build confidence and critical thinking for your child, which is going to help them not just in school, but in many areas of their life. So let's look at a practical example. Let's say your child is arguing about getting off their screen, their tablet, their phone, whatever it is. Instead of jumping straight to discipline, pause and see the need. Are they using screens to escape stress? Are they feeling disconnected from you? Instead of saying, turn off that screen now or else, try, hey, I know stopping is hard. Do you want a 5-minute warning or help finding another activity? This approach acknowledges their struggle while reinforcing the boundary that you want them off the screen. And it helps them transition to the next thing you want to transition them to without a power struggle. So, parents, when we shift from reacting to behavior to understanding why it's happening, it may not feel natural at first, especially if we were not raised this way. But what we're doing when we do this is we create a home where our children feel safe and supported. They're also still held accountable and have boundaries. Seeing the need and meeting the need helps kids develop emotional intelligence, trust, and confidence, all the things that we want them to carry with them for life. Thank you so much for watching this quick overview of See the Need, Meet the Need for the middle childhood years. Small moments of connection make a big difference. Remember, this video is for information purposes only. It does not replace therapy. If you have a question specific to your child, you can talk with your counselor here at Central Texas Child and Family Counseling. We are here to help.